Good afternoon. This is Sawan Gurusakara. Again, getting back to you on what I was talking about and discussing yesterday um, or the other day. And I felt that I had something important to share for my day to day life uh, about heaven and hell and what I called yesterday the senior district where heaven and hell exists, and the junior district where actually we live without heaven, we live without hell, and we live without kings and without saints and without gods. That is I call that the junior district. So I had been talking to you about that in my last video, and uh, well, I'm of the opinion again that heaven is very important to us. Uh, Heaven and hell is actually a part of our lives, even if it is far away in the senior district, which I believe we actually interact with in our dreams. When we fall asleep, we go to the senior district, and we see the senior district, and there we see our real relatives in heaven and our real friends who exist in heaven. We see them for who they really are, which is nice people, good people, very fair people who are sincere and genuine and very kind. I believe that we actually go to the senior district and we see heaven and hell. We see that kind of phenomenon in our sleep somehow. In dreams, actually. In visions, we see while we are sleeping. And that is a part of the personal evidence that I have witnessed, that I have sustained as an individual. I have seen uh, dramas play out, actually, specific situations where an individual has identified themselves as who I wanted them to be or who I wish they were, or who I have hypothesized them to really be. They actually are that individual in my sleep. And not just on a single basis, but on a continuous basis, actually. Not just one such dream, but all the dreams that I've had. For many years, actually, it has been that way. And, well, like, now, the world that we live in, what I refer to as the junior district, it is a very actually unfriendly place. People are not very sincere. People are apt to taking things from others when they see an opportunity for gain. Actually, most people are actually unfriendly. Most people actually are not good. They are unfriendly, unsincere, and they uh, they actually do they sort of try to ruin religious faith. It's the nature of most people. They portray themselves usually as being religious, having faith in God or in Christ, and like they sort of claim to be good, but actually they are trying to disturb the person who is considered to be a higher follower in a religion. They tend to try to disturb that person with by through gossip and lies and things like that, actually. And it's a very bad system they have here in our republics and our democracies. They most of citizens in republics and democracies, they tend to not respect the presence of saints actually in their populace. They tend to try to persecute them using statutes and laws against um, various types of holiness. Yes, like uh, various holy conditions. They tend to persecute those kind of that kind of phenomenon. For instance, if a person heard voices and they claim to hear the voices of angels and deities and saints and kings, then somebody might say, "Oh, that individual there, he hears voices, so we want to take him to a hospital and treat him for that." But like, um, that person could have just been a peaceful individual who heard voices. He was not necessarily a bad individual who heard voices. And like, he could have been a peaceful member of his community. But instead, like, people will try to sort of use psychiatry the incorrect way, sort of unfair way, to kind of like uh, make it seem as to sort of demonize the individual who heard voices. And that is an incorrect practice, actually, in the West and in republics and democracies. That is an unfair action, actually. Like, not everyone who hears voices is dangerous. It is a it's a holy condition, actually. It is a type of a miracle, actually. Buddhism says it is a type of miracle to hear the voices of the devas and humans and such beings. But like, it's a type of miracle, actually. But the West treats it as a harmful psychiatric condition, actually. They tend to actually sort of uh, disrespect the individual. They tend to be like rude, actually. This is one of the bad things about the junior district. But there's more things also. Like if a person wanted to commit sacrifices, then the community sacrificing animals such as cattle and lambs and rams and chickens, then they would actually say, "Oh, that individual is killing animals. We should stop him." And that is another example, actually, of a man who believes in holiness, respects holiness. He's not treated the correct way by his community. Also, he is not treated the correct way by his family members, perhaps, and such people and individuals. So, this was a small talk I had right now about the junior district, how it is a bad place, how it is unfair. They persecute people who hear voices and persecute people who want to commit the sacrifices of animals. And uh, the junior district is just very unfair. But the senior district is a nice place where heaven exists, gods exist, saints exist, and kings exist with their kingdoms. And they enforce punishment against the bad people. But more on this some other time. This video has to end. So, have a nice day. Actually, I'll just make another video right now.